What we're trying to do with this overall approach is we're trying to lay out an approach where we're building capabilities that build upon each other, and they all feed forward. So the first piece is the asteroid redirect mission that allows us to use SLS and Orion and really stress those systems in the proving ground of space. Then beyond the asteroid redirect mission, what comes next? We see a lot of interest from international partners in doing lunar surface activities. We don't have a lot of interest in doing lunar surface activities because we think we need to be working on the challenge of Mars entry, descent, and landing. We can land, essentially Mini Cooper-sized devices on Mars through the sky crane, but we can't land large objects like we will have to for a crewed mission to Mars. So we need to start working on that technology. So we're focused from a brand new technology standpoint looking at Mars entry, descent, and landing. But if the partners were interested in doing something on the moon, then we could use Orion in orbit to do that. Orion gives us 4 crews for roughly 21 days. So we could use Orion to command rovers on the surface of Mars. A next step might be, if we're ready, is to put a habitation module, a crew-tended habitation module around the moon. Then that would allow for longer stays in the lunar environment to command these rovers and support our partners and support maybe even commercial industry that's interested in the moon. So we haven't made those decisions yet, but the first step is really ARM, and it gets us into cislunar space. It gets us operating in a proving ground of space. Then we look and we see which way interest is from both the commercial sector and interest from the international sector about what that next step is. If it's extended stays in cislunar space, then it's this habitation module, but that's not just a cislunar habitation module, that is the habitation module we would use for Mars. So it has a dual purpose, but we kind of let interest from our partners drive us which way we want to go. If the asteroid proves to be a very interesting target, maybe we want to put the habitation module close to the asteroid so we can do more investigations of the asteroid. I don't see it as a single visit to the asteroid once. There'll probably be multiple visits to the asteroid. Do we turn it over to commercial entity for them to go look at mining techniques and resource utilization techniques? I don't know, but the point is we're trying to build basically a framework or an infrastructure of steps that all move forward that fit in this larger mosaic of pushing humans into deep space for an extended period of time, or pioneering, moving them forward, and then how do we figure out those next steps? So we lay out this framework, and then we kind of let market forces, we let commercial interest, international partner interest, what we want to build on the U.S. side, drive us in specifically which way we head in that direction. But we know where we're going long term, we know what our overall goal is, and then the actual implementation details are there. And the first step in this whole big journey is the asteroid redirect mission.